Genesis, chapters 23 through 27. Chapter 23. If you enjoy these readings, please subscribe. Verse 1. Chapter 23. Verse 1. And Sarah was 107 and 20 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. Verse 2. And Sarah died in Kiriath-arba. The same is Hebron in the land of Canaan, and Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. Verse 3. And Abraham stood up from before his dead and spake unto the sons of Heth, saying, 23 For I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. Verse 5. And the children of Heth answered Abraham, saying unto him, 23:6 Hear us, my lord, thou art a mighty prince among us. In the choice of our sepulchres bury thy dead. None of us shall withhold from thee his sepulchre, but that thou mayest bury thy dead. Verse 7. And Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, even to the children of Heth. Verse 8. And he communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat for me to Ephron the son of Zohar, 23:9, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he hath, which is in the end of his field. For as much money as it is worth he shall give it me for a possession of a burying place amongst you. Verse 10. And Ephron dwelt among the children of Heth. And Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of Heth, even of all that went in at the gate of his city, saying, 23:11. Nay, my lord, hear me, the field give I thee, and the cave that is therein, I give it thee. In the presence of the sons of my people give I thee. Bury thy dead. Verse 12. And Abraham bowed down himself before the land. Verse 13. And he spake unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, saying, But if thou wilt give it, I pray thee, hear me. I will give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dead there. Verse 14. And Ephron answered Abraham, saying unto him, 23:15. My lord, hearken unto me, the land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me? My lord, hearken unto me. Verse 16. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron. And Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver, which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant. Verse 17. And the field of Ephron which was in Machpelah, which was before Mamre, the field, and the cave which was therein, and all the trees that were in the field, that were in all the borders round about, were made sure 23:18. Unto Abraham for a possession in the presence of the children of Heth, before all that went in at the gate of his city. Verse 19. And after this, Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah, before Mamre, the same is Hebron in the land of Canaan. Verse 20. And the field and the cave that is therein were made sure unto Abraham for a possession of a burying place by the sons of Heth. Chapter 24. Verse 1. And Abraham was old, and well stricken in age, and the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things. Verse 2. And Abraham said unto his eldest servant of his house, that ruled over all that he had, Put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh, 24:3, and I will make thee swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell, 24:4. But thou shalt go unto my country, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. Verse 5. And the servant said unto him, Peradventure the woman will not be willing to follow me unto this land. Must I needs bring thy son again unto the land from whence thou camest? 24:6. And Abraham said unto him, Beware thou that thou bring not my son thither again. Verse 7. The Lord God of heaven, which took me from my father's house and from the land of my kindred, and which spake unto me, and that sware unto me, saying, Unto thy seed will I give this land. He shall send his angel before thee, and thou shalt take a wife unto my son from thence. Verse 8. And if the woman will not be willing to follow thee, then thou shalt be clear from this my oath. Only bring not my son thither again. Verse 9. And the servant put his hand under the thigh of Abraham his master, and sware to him concerning that matter. Verse 10. And the servant took 10 camels of the camels of his master, and departed, for all the goods of his master were in his hand. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia, unto the city of Nahor. Verse 11. And he made his camels to kneel down without the city by a well of water at the time of the evening, even the time that women go out to draw water. Verse 12. And he said, O Lord God of my master Abraham, I pray thee, send me good speed this day, and shew kindness unto my master Abraham. Verse 13. Behold, I stand here by the well of water, and the daughters of the men of the city come out to draw water. 24:14. And let it come to pass, that the damsel to whom I shall say, Let down thy pitcher, I pray thee, that I may drink. And she shall say, Drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. Let the same be she that thou hast appointed for thy servant Isaac, and thereby shall I know that thou hast shewed kindness unto my master. Verse 15. And it came to pass, before he had done speaking, that, behold, Rebekah came out, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, with her pitcher upon her shoulder. Verse 16. And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither had any man known her. And she went down to the well, and filled her pitcher, and came up. Verse 17. And the servant ran to meet her, and said, Let me, I pray thee, drink a little water of thy pitcher. Verse 18. And she said, Drink, my lord. And she hasted, and let down her pitcher upon her hand, and gave him drink. Verse 19. And when she had done giving him drink, she said, I will draw water for thy camels also, until they have done drinking. Verse 20. And she hasted, and emptied her pitcher into the trough, and ran again unto the well to draw water, and drew for all his camels. Verse 21. And the man, wondering at her, held his peace, to wit whether the Lord had made his journey prosperous or not. Verse 22. And it came to pass, as the camels had done drinking, that the man took a golden earring of 1/2 shekel weight, and 2 bracelets for her hands of 10 shekels weight of gold. 24:23. And said, Whose daughter art thou? Tell me, I pray thee, is there room in thy father's house for us to lodge in? 24:24. And she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, which she bare unto Nahor. Verse 25. She said moreover unto him, We have both straw and provender enough, and room to lodge in. Verse 26. And the man bowed down his head and worshipped the Lord. Verse 27. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of my master Abraham, who hath not left destitute my master of his mercy and his truth. I being in the way, the Lord led me to the house of my master's brethren. Verse 28. And the damsel ran, and told them of her mother's house these things. Verse 29. And Rebekah had a brother, and his name was Laban. And Laban ran out unto the man unto the well. Verse 30. And it came to pass, when he saw the earring and bracelets upon his sister's hands, and when he heard the words of Rebekah his sister, saying, Thus spake the man unto me, that he came unto the man, and behold, he stood by the camels at the well. Verse 31. And he said, Come in, thou blessed of the Lord, wherefore standest thou without? For I have prepared the house, and room for the camels. Verse 32. And the man came into the house, and he ungirded his camels, and gave straw and provender for the camels, and water to wash his feet, and the men's feet that were with him. Verse 33. And there was set meat before him to eat, but he said, I will not eat until I have told mine errand. And he said, Speak on. Verse 34. And he said, I am Abraham's servant. Verse 35. And the Lord hath blessed my master greatly, and he is become great, and he hath given him flocks and herds and silver and gold and menservants and maidservants and maidservants and camels and asses. Verse 36. And Sarah my master's wife bare a son to my master when she was old, and unto him hath he given all that he hath. Verse 37. And my master made me swear, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife to my son of the daughters of the Canaanites in whose land I dwell. Verse 38. But thou shalt go unto my father's house and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son. Verse 39. And I said unto my master, Peradventure the woman will not follow me. Verse 40. And he said unto me, The Lord, before whom I walk, will send his angel with thee, and prosper thy way. And thou shalt take a wife for my son of my kindred and of my father's house. 24:41. Then shalt thou be clear from this my oath, when thou comest to my kindred, and if they give not thee one, thou shalt be clear from my oath. Verse 42. And I came this day unto the well, and said, O Lord God of my master Abraham, if now thou do prosper my way which I go. 24:43. Behold, I stand by the well of water. And it shall come to pass that when the virgin cometh forth to draw water, and I say to her, Give me, I pray thee, a little water of thy pitcher to drink. 24:44. And she say to me, Both drink thou, and I will also draw for thy camels. Let the same be the woman whom the Lord appoint out for mine. Verse 45. And before I had done speaking in mine heart, behold, Rebekah came forth with her pitcher on her shoulder. And she went down unto the well, and drew water. And I said unto her, Let me drink, I pray thee. Verse 46. And she made haste, and let down her pitcher from her shoulder, and said, Drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. So I drank. And she made the camels drink also. So I drank, and she made the camels drink also. Verse 47. And I asked her, and said, Whose daughter art thou? And she said, The daughter of Bethuel, Nahor's son, whom Milcah bare unto him. And I put the earring upon her face, and the bracelets upon her hands. Verse 48. And I bowed down my head, and worshipped the Lord, and blessed the Lord unto his son, which had led me in the right way to take my master's brother's daughter unto his son. Verse 49. And now if you will deal kindly and truly with my master, tell me, and if not, tell me, that I may turn to the right hand or to the left. Verse 50. Then Laban and Bethuel answered and said, The thing proceedeth from the Lord. We cannot speak unto thee bad or good. Verse 51. Behold, Rebekah is before thee. Take her, and go, and let her be thy master's son's wife, as the Lord hath spoken. Verse 52. And it came to pass, that when Abraham's servant heard their words, he worshipped the Lord, bowing himself to the earth. Verse 53. And the servant brought forth jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment, and gave them to Rebekah. He gave also to her brother and to her mother precious things. Verse 54. And they did eat and drink, he and the men that were with him, and tarried all night. And they rose up in the morning, and he said, Send me away unto my master. Verse 55. And her brother and her mother said, Let the damsel abide with us a few days, at the least 10. After that she shall go. Verse 56. And he said unto them, Hinder me not, seeing the Lord hath prospered my way. Send me away, that I may go to my master. Verse 57. And they said, We will call the damsel, and inquire at her mouth. Verse 58. And they called Rebekah, and said unto her, Wilt thou go with this man? And she said, I will go. Verse 59. And they sent away Rebekah, their sister, and her nurse, and Abraham's servant, and his men. Verse 60. And they blessed Rebekah, and said unto her, Thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them. Verse 61. And Rebekah arose, and her damsels, and they rode upon the camels, and followed the man, and the servant took Rebekah, and went his way. Verse 62. And Isaac came from the way of the well Hiroi, for he dwelt in the south country. Verse 63. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide, and he lifted up his eyes and saw, and, behold, the camels were coming. Verse 64. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. Verse 65. For she had said unto the servant, What man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, It is my master. Therefore she took a veil, and covered herself. Verse 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Chapter 25, verse 1. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Verse 2. And she bare him Zimran, and Nudian, and Ishbak, and Shua. Verse 3. And Jokshan begat Sheba, and Dedan. And the sons of Dedan were Ashurim, and Letushim, and Leomim. Verse 4. And the sons of Midian, Ephah, and Epher, and Hanok, and Alba, and Elda. All these were the children of Keturah. Verse 5. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. Verse 6. But unto the sons of the concubines, which Abraham gave ifts, and sent them away from Isaac. Verse 7. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life which he lived, 160 years. Verse 8. Then Abraham gave up the ghost, and died in a good old age, an old man, and full of years, and was gathered to his people. Verse 9. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron the son of Zohar the Hittite, which is before Mamre. 25,010. The field which Abraham purchased of the sons of Heth, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife. Verse 11. And it came to pass after the death of Abraham, that God blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac dwelt by the well Hiroi. Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. 25:13. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael, by their names, according to their generations, the firstborn of Ishmael Nebahoth, and Kedar, and Adbeel, and Mibzam. 25:14, and Bishal, and Geda, Tinaiviel, and Mibzam. 25. Tivy, Hadar, Napish, and Kedah. 25:15. Hadar, and Tema. Verse 17. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years, and he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people. Verse 18. And they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur, that is before Egypt, as thou goest toward Assyria, and he died in the presence of all his brethren. Verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. 25:20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. Verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. Verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Verse 25. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Verse 29. And Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and Esau said to Jacob, Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name. 25:32. And Esau said to Jacob. Verse 31. And Jacob said, Sell me this day thy birthright. Verse 32. And Esau said, Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? 25:33. And Jacob said, Swear to me this day. And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Verse 34. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentiles, and he did eat and drink, and rose up, and went his way, thus as bised his birthright. Chapter 26, verse 1. And there was a famine in the land, beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech king of the Philistines unto Gerar. Verse 2. And the Lord appeared unto him, and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. 26:3. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will be all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham, thy father. 26:4. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations, on the stage. Verse 6. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. 26:7. And the men of the place asked him of his wife. And he said, She is my sister, for he feared to say, She is my wife, lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon. Verse 8. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech king of the Philistines looked out at a window, and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. Verse 9. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife, and how saidst thou, She is my sister? And Isaac said unto him, Because I said, and Isaac said, Lest I die for her. Verse 10. And Abimelech said, What is this thou hast done unto us? One of the people might lightly have lien with thy wife, and thou shouldest have brought guiltiness upon us. Verse 11. And Abimelech charged all his people, saying, He that toucheth this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. Verse 12. Then Isaac sowed in that land, and received in the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. Verse 13. And the man waxed great, and went forward, and grew until he became very great. 26:14-4. For he had possession of flocks and possession of herds, and great store of servants, and the Philistines envied him. Verse 15. For all the wells which his father's servants had digged in the days of Abraham his father, the Philistines had stopped them, and filled them with earth. Verse 16. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, Go from us, for thou art much year than we. Verse 17. And Isaac departed thence, and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. Verse 18. And Isaac digged again the wells of water, which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father. For the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham, and he called their names after the names by which his father had called them. Verse 19. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley, and found there a well of springing water. Verse 20. And the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, The water is ours. And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. Verse 21. And they digged another well, and strove for that also, and he called the name of it Sitnah. Verse 22. And he removed from thence, and digged another well. And for that they strove not, and he called the name of it Rehoboth. And he said, For now the Lord hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. Verse 23. And he went up from thence to Beersheba. Verse 24. And the Lord appeared unto him the same night, and said, I am the God of Abraham thy father, fear not, for I am with thee, and will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake. Verse 25. And he builded an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there, and there Isaac's servants digged a well. Verse 26. Then Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and Ahuzzath one of his friends, and Phicol the chief captain of his army. Verse 27. And Isaac said unto them, Wherefore come ye to me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you? 26:28. And they said, We saw certainly that the Lord was with thee, and we said, Let there be now an oath betwixt us, even betwixt us, and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee. 26:29. That thou wilt do us no hurt, as we have not touched thee, and as we have done unto thee, thou the blessed of the Lord, and as we have done unto thee, and have sent thee away in peace. Verse 30. And he made them a feast, and they did eat and drink. Verse 31. And they rose up betimes in the morning, and sware one to another, and Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. Verse 32. And it came to pass the same day that Isaac's servants came, and told him concerning the well which they had digged, and said unto him, We have found water. Verse 33. And he called it Sheba, therefore the name of the city is Beersheba unto this day. Verse 34. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Bashemith the daughter of Elam the Hittite, 26:35, which were a grief of mind unto Isaac and to Rebekah. Chapter 27, verse 1. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I. Verse 2. And he said, Behold now, I am old, I know not the day of my death. 27:3. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison. 27:4. And make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. Verse 5. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son. And Esau went to the field to hunt for venison, and to bring it. Verse 6. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, 27:7. Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless thee before the Lord before my death. Verse 8. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Verse 9. Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth. 27:10n. And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death. Verse 11. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. 27:12. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. Verse 13. And his mother said unto him, Upon me be thy curse, my son, only obey my voice, and go fetch me. Verse 14. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. Verse 15. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. Verse 16. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck. 27:17. And she gave the savory meat and the bread, which she had prepared, into the hand of her son Jacob. Verse 18. And he came unto his father, and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? 27:19. And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me. Verse 20. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy God brought it to me. Verse 21. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. Verse 22. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. Verse 23. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's hands, so he blessed him. Verse 24. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. Verse 25. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. Verse 26. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. Verse 27. And he came near, and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed. 27:28. Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. 27:29. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be a blessed thee. Cursed be a bless thee, and blessed. Verse 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. Verse 31. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. Verse 32. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. Verse 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison, and brought it me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. Verse 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. Verse 35. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing. Verse 36. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I to thee? Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. 27:40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Verse 42. And these words of Esau her elder son were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. 4:43:3. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice. Arise, flee thou to Laban my brother to Haran. 27:44:4. And tarry with him a few days, until thy brother's fury turn away. 27:45. Until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day? 27:46. And rebuke thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day?